Easy work boxing. I'm about to hit you everywhere but under your feet with this one. This is a fight I want to talk about. Nobody's really talking about anymore since he took a defeat. Erickson the Hammer Lubin. I love Erickson the Hammer Lubin. This is a guy I'm waiting to come back out the woodwork. I know he needs some time off, to get himself together from that loss. But a lot of people don't know too much about Erickson Lubin. When the fight between him and Jamelo, not Jamelo. I think it was Jamel Charlo. Jamel. When him and Jamel was finna fight, I started looking up on him and started watching some of his sparring matches. And Erickson is no joke. I know a lot of people probably gonna say that Erickson didn't deserve this right, didn't come out and do what he was supposed to do. But Erickson did a good job as far as what I feel like before this fight. Erickson took a shot that he didn't see, and Erickson went down. I think anybody would have did that. But I promise you one thing. If Erickson and the Hammer Lubin would have gotten up, if they wouldn't have rushed that count, which he got up before the count ended, Erickson, the Hammer Lubin, would have beat on Jamel Charlo's ass. And I say that because from watching him fight, watching him spar, and hearing the gym talk that goes on with Erickson and Hammer Lubin, the boy is the truth. All great fighters have taken losses, so you can't count him out because he took a loss. And then he took a loss from a good fighter. So I will say that. But I promise you, like I said, if he would have had that chance to get up, Erickson would have got in his ass. Go back and look at his sparring sessions. He sparred a Miramon, beat on his ass, beat him in sparring like it was nothing. Then heard him sparring Hank Lundy, different guys who even weighed more than him, and people always say he handled his business. He's an experienced fighter. For him to be so young, I watch him, and he does this like Chris Eubank with the smother, great with it. He throws his combinations, hard shots. He really a right-handed fighter like Andre Ward, but he fights in a southpaw position. Erickson can go to the body, he can go to your head, he can throw combinations, he can box you. This is a fighter we all need to be looking out for. I think in the fight that he lost against Jamel Charlo, they probably just moved him up too fast, and I think it was the lights that really probably got to him, and probably the nervousness of the first round and things like that, because that was what he did was an amateur shot, ducking under a straight right hand, or he should have stepped back instead of trying to duck under, and that's when he got caught on his side. Just a mistake, happened to the best of them. It just so happened that it was his step-up fight, to prove what type of fighter he was. And I know a lot of people going to be sitting there looking at that and thinking that Erickson is not that guy, but I'm telling you, when this boy come back, you can expect fireworks. And you can expect him to run through whoever in front of him. I promise you, that will not happen again to Erickson Lubin. I wouldn't say bad management, because like he said I asked them to push me like this. And I don't think they should have pushed him. I don't think that was the best thing for him to be pushed like that now that he took that loss. During that time, when he was fighting, the fight was finna happen between Jamel Charlo, I thought he was the best thing smoking. I thought he was the better fighter. Because when I see Jamel Charlo, all I see is the 1-2, and things in that nature. I never really see body punches or anything like that. They fast, and the Charlo brothers are strong. They look very strong. But I promise you, if Erickson would have got up, he would have went in so hard on his ass. Because I seen what this boy could do. I done seen what he could do against the guys that were champions already in that division. Against Amir Mahon, even coming up guys who he sparred. And he'd wear them out easy. So I think that all us boxing fans, and I send them messages on Facebook all the time, like hey man, keep your head up. I'm waiting to see the next Erickson Lubin fight. You know, I'm a fan of his, like I'm a fan of Q Thurman, Deontay, Terrence, you know, a number of them, you know, Mikey Garcia, everybody, you know, but really I'm a fan of all box. You know, I just have a certain few I really like Deontay and Keith. But Eric, he goes up in that category with my Deontay and my Keith Thurman. And I really like Erickson Hammer. I really see potential in him, and I think he's a great fighter. I love the way he fights. I love his confidence. You know, that loss may have took his confidence down a little, but I'm quite sure he gonna come back with a vengeance. So, 2018, you know, one of the fighters I think people should be looking out for is Erickson the Hammer Lubin on his comeback. You know, don't look at it because he has a loss. You know, plenty of guys have losses. Muhammad Ali, some of the greatest, Jack Johnson, Sugar Ray Robinson, all of them took losses. That doesn't mean you're not a great fighter. That don't mean the caliber of your fighting level is a D. You know, and if you watching this, please go look at his videos, Erickson the Hammer Lubin. And if you're a real boxing fan, or even casuals know him now because he fought Jamel, and you know they got their names up there. You know, I say they are elite fighters right now. You know, so you probably have heard of the name, but you should look at what he can do. And I love to see him come back and fight. I think he got a fight coming up. Matter of fact, I think, but I love to see him come up and fight. You know, not an elite fighter, but I think his first fight back, he should be fighting like not somebody with a lot of losses, somebody with a good name, you know, but not a powerhouse, you know, to bring him back in and build back up that confidence. And then I promise you, we're going to see what the Hammer going to do, because I really believe in this fighter right here. I really think he's top competition, elite level. You know, I think it was just a light situation and nervousness and, you know, wanting it so bad. You know, you could want something so bad, you could, you know, miss out on it, you know. And men know that in a situation where they've been with women where you could want it so bad and your soldier wasn't ready for war. So, you know, like I said, just look out for Erickson the Hammer Lubin. I think this is a great champion that's going to be in the future. And just look out for him. And this is Easy Work Boxing. Thank you for your time. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out.